Major break in Jared Bridegone murder mystery after ex-wife moves cross-country. White House, Biden takes classified info very seriously as more docs turn up, searched their sock drawer. Keenan Anderson death, LAPD releases extended body cam video showing arrest of BLM founder's cousin. California Democrats consider wealth tax, including for people who moved out of state. Central question as Georgia inquiry wraps, will Trump face criminal charges?
This is breaking news.
I'm Erin Burnett in Washington.
Major break in Jared Bridegone murder mystery after ex-wife moves cross-country. The Microsoft executive was gunned down February 16 in North Florida. Exclusive details, West Richland, Washington. The ex-wife of slain Microsoft executive Jared Bridegone has moved 2,800 miles from Florida to the Pacific Northwest as investigators are about to announce that an arrest is imminent in the unsolved murder, Fox News Digital has learned. Nearly 1 year after the father of 4 was executed in front of his toddler, Bexley, in North Florida, Shauna Gardner Fernandez quietly uprooted her 10-year-old twins with Jared and relocated to West Richland, Washington. When asked Monday to comment on the significant development in the case, she responded, "No, I'm sorry." Minutes later, she was spotted in her white Tesla in a grocery store parking lot, speaking on her cell phone. Jared's second wife, Kirsten Bridegone, with whom he shares 3-year-old Bexley and 1-year-old London, said she was stunned Gardner Fernandez had moved so far away. "Honestly, I was shocked," she told Fox News Digital in an interview Monday. First, the twins lost their dad, then they were completely cut off from their own sisters, and now they're being taken away from their school, friends, their sports teams. They are so isolated, and that's what concerns me. Jared had custody of the twins every other week, but soon after his murder, Gardner Fernandez ended all contact with his family, according to Kirsten. "It's been an added loss," she said. "On top of losing Jared, my children have lost their siblings. I've lost my stepkids. I have tried for months and months to make contact and have gotten nowhere." Gardner Fernandez, 35, and Bridegone, 33, divorced in 2016, but they continued to battle over finances and custody of the twins in family court until his death on February 16, 2022. A law enforcement source told Fox News Digital that an arrest is expected as early as Wednesday but would not elaborate. Gardner Fernandez and her second husband, Mario Fernandez, remain suspects in the mysterious killing, according to a second source. After the murder, the couple retained high-powered criminal defense lawyer Henry Cox III, who declined to comment for this story Monday. Less than 1 year after the children traumatically lost their father, Gardner Fernandez pulled them out of their private Jacksonville Beach school and moved them into a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom house in the Tri-Cities area of southeastern Washington. Property records show that the modern ranch home was purchased in September for $1 million by White Sand LLC, which lists the Alpine, Utah, address of her parents, Shelley and Sterling Gardner. Shelley Gardner founded the papercraft company Stampin' Up!, which has an estimated annual revenue of more than $100 million a year, according to IncFact. Her parents are prominent fixtures in the Mormon community known as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS. They were in West Richland this past week visiting their daughter and grandchildren, and attended a service solo Sunday at a local LDS church. Jared was a devout adherent of the faith. Gardner Fernandez drifted from the religion after their 2010 marriage and then allegedly had an affair, triggering their acrimonious split, Fox News Digital previously reported. Her second marriage is also faltering. Shortly after the murder, neighbors said they no longer saw Fernandez at the couple's $1 million Jacksonville Beach home, which they co-own, and he did not join her for the cross-country move. It was listed for sale October 27, then taken off the market January 3, public records show. White House, Biden takes classified info very seriously as more docs turn up, searched their sock drawer. Biden said last week he has no regrets about how he's handled the discovery of classified documents. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre insisted that President Biden takes classified information seriously on Monday, just days after a fourth batch of documents with classified markings turned up during an FBI search of his home in Wilmington, Delaware. Fox News White House correspondent Peter Doocy asked if there is a precedent for people running for president after the FBI searched their sock drawer. Here's what the president's going to focus on. He's going to focus on continuing to deliver for the American people. That's his focus. That's what he focuses on every day, Jean-Pierre responded, adding that Biden does intend to run for president again in 2024. In the latest discovery, the Justice Department said it seized 6 items consisting of documents with classification markings from his Wilmington estate during a 13-hour planned, consensual search by the FBI on Friday. Some of the classified documents were from his time as a U.S. Senator, and others were from his tenure as vice president in the Obama administration. Additional classified documents have also been found in Biden's garage and personal library in Wilmington, as well as at the Penn Biden Center think tank on November 2, 2022. The president has been very clear that he takes this very seriously when it comes to classified information, when it comes to classified documents, and that his team has been fully cooperative with this legal matter, Jean-Pierre said Monday, referring other questions to White House counsel. Doocy also asked Jean-Pierre if President Biden is involved in a cover-up. Republicans have sharply criticized the handling of classified documents by Biden, who called the discovery of classified documents at former President Trump's home totally irresponsible last year. Democrats have also offered milder criticism. Senate Majority Whip Dick Durbin, Democrat Illinois, told CNN on Sunday that Biden should be embarrassed by the situation, but that the president has been more transparent than Trump. It is outrageous that either occurred, Durbin told the news outlet. But the reaction by the former president and the current president could not be in sharper contrast. Senator Joe Manchin, Democrat West Virginia, told NBC News on Sunday that Biden should have a lot of regrets and admit that he was irresponsible. Biden said that he doesn't regret how he's handled the ordeal while touring storm-damaged areas of California last week. "I think you're going to find there's nothing there. I have no regrets," Biden said. "I'm following what the lawyers have told me they want me to do. It's exactly what we're doing. There's no there." Keenan Anderson death, LAPD releases extended body cam video showing arrest of BLM founder's cousin. Anderson, the cousin of Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors, was tossed by an LAPD officer multiple times. The Los Angeles Police Department released more body camera footage related to the death of Keenan Anderson, who died in police custody earlier this month. Anderson was a cousin of Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors. The 31-year-old high school English teacher from Washington, D.C., was visiting family in Los Angeles when he flagged down an officer for a car crash in Venice, California, on January 3. Witnesses told the LAPD Anderson caused the crash. The officer spoke with Anderson and called in additional units for a DUI investigation. The full body camera video, released on Monday, shows about 7 minutes of the incident prior to Anderson's arrest. He is heard discussing with an officer what led to the crash. He can also be heard yelling "help" several times and even asking for a lawyer. Anderson then runs away from officers and into traffic. He is taken to the ground by several officers over several minutes. He appears to struggle with officers before a taser is used on him 6 times in 42 seconds. Anderson was then cuffed and taken away in an ambulance. He died at the hospital about 4 hours later. His autopsy and cause of death are on security hold at the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office. The LAPD said Anderson experienced a medical emergency. Preliminary toxicology reports indicated there was marijuana and cocaine in his blood. Anderson's family filed a $50 million claim for damages against the city of Los Angeles. Attorney Carl Douglas announced the damages claim at a news conference along with noted civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who represented the family of George Floyd in Minnesota. If you taste someone with 50,000 watts of electrical energy 6 times in the heart, is there really any wonder that moments later his heart would begin to flutter? Douglas said. Is there really any wonder that moments later his heart would begin to beat erratically? And is there any wonder why 4 hours later his heart could no longer withstand the pressure from that taser and gave out? The city has not yet commented on the claim. The LAPD said a full investigation into Anderson's death was being conducted.